Good morning, children. I hope everything is going on well. First part, everyone did not complete. Please try to complete first part as well as today's assignment also. Please be sincere. Children, we are dealing the lesson coal and petroleum. In the first part, we have learned exhaustible and inexhaustible resources, renewable and non-renewable resources, and about alternative sources of energy. So today we are going to continue with the next part of our lesson. Coal, petroleum and natural gas. Earlier people used flint for cooking food, but nowadays people use gas stoves or kerosene stoves or induction stoves also. Earlier food was cooked using wood as a fuel, then it comes coal, kerosene, LPG and electricity. Fuel is not only used for cooking food but also for transport. Different vehicles, trains, buses, cars, two-wheelers are used for traveling long distances and they use different fuels like petrol and diesel. So people also travel by ships or boats or steamers. So each like a boat, steamer or a fuel, they like a ship, they use the different fuels. Fuel is also required for electricity generation. Coal and petroleum are used in the hydro power plants. Water is used as a fuel in the hydel power plants. Earlier, the wind power was used in the windmills. A steam engine which used coal was invented during industrial revolution. Industrial revolution means where then actually in the history where industries have started. So during that period, steam engine was used to power everything from cloth looms to vehicles on land and water. So you have studied about the cloth looms and all in your social. So coal was the most important fuel in 19th century. It is an exhaustible resource, but we can meet our needs for another 250 to 300 years at the current rate of use. Till 1950, what was the coal available? Half of it is used in electricity generation in the world. After the coal was replaced by petroleum with the invention of more efficient engines in different vehicles. So coal is mostly used to produce electricity in thermal power plants already. This part I told you. So coal which is used in factories is mined from Earth's crust. So the mining will be done. How Kolar goldfields mining is done for gold, and similarly in the mines, coal mines, they mine coal and they'll get means extract the coal. The coal obtained from the firewood is usually known as charcoal. So this charcoal as well as coal from the mines is different. Okay. Natural gas is another important fuel. Natural gas is found trapped between the impervious rocks, sometimes along with petroleum and sometimes without petroleum. So impermeable means our earth is a combination of layers, what we have studied in your social. So in between the impervious rocks, the layer which is in between these impervious rocks, these natural gas and petroleum was entrapped. So from that drilling means how you uh, drill for your water for the bore wells. Similarly, for petroleum as well as natural gas also drilling will be done until and unless where they get the required gas or petrol. How we have done, how we all will do for water. Similarly, the same similar process will be done. Previously, when the gas was allowed to escape and even burnt while pumping out the petroleum. Okay, so petroleum and natural gas are extracted by drilling through impermeable rocks. So, in olden days, natural gas is treated equally precious because it is safer for the environment. So, natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. In the shortcut, we can write as CNG. The exploration for petroleum and natural gas is going on in India under the supervision of ONGC. ONGC means Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. So in India, gas fields have been discovered in Tripura, Mumbai, Krishna, Godavari, Delta and Jaisalmer. So children, this is the symbol for ONGC. It is Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. It is a government sector for drilling oil as well as natural gas. This is a drilling or exploration for petroleum and natural gas which is done in the offshore. Okay, we call it as a rig also. So like this we find as well as in offshore or onshore. So I hope you have seen in a movie like Nanaku Premato, this drilling of for petroleum or oil. It was done by Jagpat Babu. So butterfly effect and all. Just once recollect that. So refining of petroleum or crude oil. Actually, it is a mixture of solid, liquid, and gaseous hydrocarbons. So I told petroleum was extracted along with the natural gas, and already I told that ONGC is the one which is used for extracting petroleum and natural gas. Now, at present, Reliance has taken a charge for exploration of this petrol and natural gas. So, it is a private organization in India. This government has given a chance for the private companies like Reliance Jio. So, they are extracting petroleum and natural gas in Krishna Godavari basin. Okay, I hope you know about the Reliance petrol also, petrol bunks. When you go in some places, we get. Okay, so after they extract the petroleum or whatever the crude oil, it is a complex mixture of solids, liquids, and gaseous hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons, a combination of hydrogen and carbon. So depending upon so many number of hydrogens and so many number of carbons, the chemical name will change. Anyhow, you are going to learn about hydrocarbons in your 10th standard children. Don't worry. Few names I will tell. Whatever the LPG we use, in that we have like a butane, methane, ethane, propane. This all comes under hydrocarbons. Okay. In that also we have groups like alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. So these all comes under hydrocarbons, a combination of hydrogen and carbon. So don't worry at present. Okay. It is separated into useful substances through a process called refining of petroleum. Refining means making it to pure. The process of refining is done in oil refineries. So petroleum is separated into various components actually by a separating technique. Process is refining. Technique is known as fractional distillation. So through the process of fractional distillation, this petroleum is separated into various components. Through the process of refining, it is refined. That means it is purified. So this part you have to remember children. So in the process of refining, petroleum is heated to 400 degrees Celsius and it is introduced into a fractionating column, which is a tall cylindrical structure fitted with a horizontal trays as the vapors of the petroleum rise. So when you heat anything at a particular temperatures, any liquid will boil. That related to water. Already we have completed in our lesson. Similarly, when you are heating this petroleum, it is also becoming to vapors and rise inside the fractionating column, and after some time we know that these vapors will condense. Condense means again the vapors forms into a liquid. So in this fractionating column, these vapors condense at different heights depending upon their boiling point, and they are collected uh, into different trays at different boiling points. This whole process is known as fractional distillation. So already I have told this is called a fractionating column. Okay, it is given here. So here the crude oil is sent through this, and I told at 400 degrees centigrade it should boil. So if you see, as the fuel enters here at different boiling points, I told they are condensed and collected in trays. So these are called trays. So as they condense and they come out at different temperatures. So at 20 degrees, if you see, at these temperatures we are getting whatever the byproduct we get, it is used in LPG. So here at this temperature, whatever it is released, it is used in chemicals. At this temperature, it is a gasoline or a petrol. It is used for vehicles, and it is kerosene and paraffin wax. So we can not only that, jet fuel also. Next, when you come here, diesel oils, all the diesel fuels, and lubricating oil. If you see, all the lubricating oils, waxes and polishes at this temperature. If you see here at this temperature, it is a fuel oil used for ships, factories and heating purpose in industries. Okay, when you see here the residue above 600 degrees Celsius, it is used as bitumen, which is used for roads and roof surfacing. So this is again an important question in your TQ. Just remember bitumen, which is used for roads and roofing. So these are the products of petroleum during refining as well as fractional distillation, how they are used. So children, this is a setup for refineries. So it is a oil refinery to refine the petroleum. In the process of a fractional distillation, we get all the byproducts of petroleum, and where we can find different uses of these byproducts of the petroleum. Okay, in Vizag we have a HPCL. It is also a refinery. Okay, so uses of petroleum already I have discussed. If you go with the name of the petroleum product like a petrol, it is used in the cars, dry cleaning fluid, heating torch, fuel oil ships, industrial boilers, kerosene oil aeroplanes, so wick of a stove, lanterns, diesel oil heavy vehicles, buses and lorries, a grease, candle, paraffin wax ointment, grease, candle. So children, we have learnt that inexhaustible and exhaustible resources. In the exhaustible resources, we have studied about coal and petroleum. The formation of coal and petroleum in the later part of our video we are going to learn. And you have to remember that these all comes under fossil fuels like a coal, petroleum and natural gas all comes under fossil fuels. And here coal is not as versatile as petroleum. That means petroleum, we have seen so many byproducts in the process of refining of petroleum we have seen, and how they are used also we have seen. But this coal is not important as petroleum, but it also has a usage in day-to-day life. Just listen what I am telling. So coal gives us coal tar, coke and coal gas. Okay. Each of these components like a coal tar, coke and coal gas has its own applications in respective fields. When coal is heated, it burns and produces carbon dioxide gas. So coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal and coal gas. Coal means here coal tar children. So when you come to the first part, that is coke, it is a tough, porous and a black substance. Okay, it is almost a pure form of carbon. It is almost a pure form of carbon. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. So manufacture of steel means in Vizag we have a steel plant. So coke which we are using in the steel plant we get from the uh, Kirandul where we have a coal fields. So I hope you know a train is there from Vizag to Kirandul. So that is to see the Arku place. So actually when you go, you'll see goods train from there to from Kirandul to Vizag steel plant. The coal will be sent through train, and that coal almost it is comes under coke, which is used in the Vizag steel plant to manufacture of steel. And not only that, in extraction of many metals. Metals means already we know in our 8th class few metals like aluminium, silver, gold like that. Not only those like iron, copper and all. In your 8th class also of your social subject you learn that minerals, I hope so. From the mineral only we get metals. Now next one is coal tar. So actually it is a thick black fluid obtained as one of the byproduct in the process of manufacturing of coke children. Okay, from the coal we get coke, then coal tar and coal gas. So remember in the order children. Okay, and it gives a unpleasant smell and it is a mixture of 200 substances. This is one of the important objective you get. Products obtained from coal tar are used as the starting materials for manufacture of various substances like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, and roofing materials. Not only that, your naphthalene balls, which is used to repel moths and other insects, are also obtained from the coal tar. The last one is comes under coal gas. Actually, it is a gaseous fuel obtained as a byproduct of the process of manufacturing coal. Already I told that in the process of manufacture of coal, you get coke, coal tar and coal gas. Okay. Before the development of a natural gas supplies, because as year by year a new technology improved in science and technology, then the uses of natural gas come into existence. From long ago, coal is there. So long ago, this coal gas also is there. So that time this coal gas is used as a domestic and lighting fuel. Not only that, it is also used as a fuel in many industries. So this coal is divided into three types like a coke, coal tar and a coal gas. So already I told that coke in the solid form, coal tar in the semi-liquid and the gaseous form is coal gas. If you see the coke is used to make iron and other metals. Already we have used or learnt about in the steel industry. Used to make dyes, drugs and perfumes. Already I covered this. Coal gas as a fuel in industries. So, along with natural gas, we have petrochemicals. Natural gas is not just an important in the domestic as well as industrial fuel, but also this natural gas is used in the manufacture of fertilizers. In the biology lesson, you have learnt about the fertilizers. Fertilizers means where we use for the crops in the fields. So, when it comes to petrochemicals, the useful substances which are obtained from petroleum and natural gas are called petrochemicals. Okay, these are used in the manufacture of detergents, synthetic fibers. Already we have learned in our lesson like synthetic fibers means like a polyester, nylon, acrylic, polythene, etc. And because of its great commercial importance, petroleum is also called as a liquid gold. So this is one of the objective which is called as a liquid gold. That will be your petroleum. A black gold is nothing but your coal children. These are the two objectives you're going to get in the exam paper as an objectives. So, petrochemicals are used in the preparation of various articles as the substitutes for materials like wood and metals which are in limited use. So, they are also used in the manufacturing several new products that cannot be obtained from wood, soil, metals, etc. Because already we have done our synthetic fibers lesson. Okay, so whatever we are using, that all some of the products belongs to petrochemicals. Already we have learnt in our synthetic fibers petroleum products. I hope you have remembered. There petrochemicals I use the word. Now these uses of petrochemicals we find in agricultural sector, industrial sector and domestic and other sectors. When it comes to agriculture sector, the plastic tubes, baskets, storing box, cultivation implements. You know what is meant by implement? Tools where we use for cultivation. This is all you have learned in biology, I hope so. Yes, and fertilizers also. When it comes to industrial sector, cars, motorboats, communication devices, construction material, paper industry, belt and straps, tires. When it comes to domestic and other sectors like medical equipment, apparels, means like apron, you know, when chef and all they'll wear aprons. Okay, apparels like clothes, remember that. Beddings, socks, furniture, paints, washing liquids. Washing liquids means both like a detergent as well as a kitchen which is used for utensils and all. Nowadays, before and all, we used to use powders, then soaps. Now we are using liquids also. So fiber, cosmetics. You know what is meant by cosmetics also. Girls will be knowing. Medicine, polishing liquids where you polish your shoes because already school started. So these are the uses of petrochemicals. Okay. This is Krishna Godavari Basin in Andhra Pradesh map for oil and natural gas. So we can call it as a KG basin. So if you see the light green color, which is a, site provided for the drilling for oil as well as gas. Okay, this is the project which was given to the Reliance people now. Before it was under the control of ONGC. Okay, the other two colors like a gas cathogenic and a gas methogenic is related to gas only but in different ways. Don't go with the values or whatever given and all. That is not required at present level. Only you have to know what is the area and in Andhra Pradesh where it is called Krishna Godavari Basin, which is used for oil and natural gas exploration. Exploration means extracting, finding it. Explore means finding it and extracting the uh, required things. Okay, remember that. So we have learned in today's class about different types of coal, refining of petroleum and the various uses of petrochemicals. With that, I'm going to wind up this class. Have a good day. Thank you, children. Be attentive and listen the class carefully and answer the assignment and send it to me.